Fox has another guessing game a la The Masked Singer, but in this one, we are supposed to guess the celebrity based on their relative singing. Let's talk about We Are Family. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for the new Fox game show, We Are Family. This airs Wednesday nights. It is hosted by Anthony Anderson, and of course, his mama Doris is here as well. She's been a part of his career ever since he took over To Tell the Truth a few years ago. She was his, special guest in the audience at the Emmys recently. But yeah, he is the host here. This was supposed to be actually Jamie Foxx and his daughter Corinne, who used to host Beat Shazam. But if you don't know, Jamie Foxx has had some health issues over the last couple of years and dropped out of the public spotlight. So he still is here as a producer, but he no longer is the host of this show. And I forget who is currently hosting Beat Shazam, but that came back with another host as well. But anyway, this is airing on Wednesday nights on Fox. Before we launch into the specifics here of the show, let me welcome you to Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video. We do movie and TV reviews here on the channel, and I love me a game show. I just recently reviewed the Rob Lowe game show called The Floor, which is also airing on Fox, so you can check out my game show reviews as well in a playlist on the homepage, in addition to my other videos. But please consider subscribing, click that notification bell, click the like button, or comment below. All of that stuff, of course, helps the channel out. All right, so We Are Family. Look, I review The Masked Singer every week. I do like a recap when there's a new episode of The Masked Singer or a new season. Every week, I'm talking about the clues and okay, I think this person's under the mask. And but to be honest, the show has gotten a bit stale for me. I still enjoy watching it, and I certainly enjoy talking to you guys about it on my channel in the comments. That's kind of my favorite part of still watching The Masked Singer, to be honest. But this is like a low-rent version of that, and that's already fairly basic. But the interesting thing about this that I didn't quite realize is, so this is an actual game show. Like, unlike Masked Singer, where there's a panel and we see who's under the mask, and it's fun for everybody. Like, nobody wins prize money or anything on that show. But here, there's a studio audience, and everybody gets to basically put their guess in, and, of who the celebrity is. And there's a couple of different rounds, and each round, they split, I think it's 20,000 the first round, 30,000 the second round. So, if 50 people get it right or whatever, I think there's 100 people in the audience. 50 people get it right, then they split, that cash amount. And then by the end, whoever was correct in the fastest times during the episode, they get to go to the bonus round where they can win a lot more money all to themselves. And then the other thing that I didn't know going into it is, I guess maybe it's the same people in the audience throughout the whole season, because I only watched 2 of these, but the same contestants were in the audience. So I don't know if they're switching it out or not, but it seems a little tedious, I would think, for these people to have to sit through, 8 or 10 episodes or however many they're doing of this. So look, Anthony Anderson is a great host. I really enjoyed him on To Tell the Truth. I don't know if that's still in production, but that was part of ABC's sort of game show revival a few years ago, where they brought back the match game and Press Your Luck and all of these things. And so they brought back To Tell the Truth. Anthony Anderson was the host there, which makes sense. He was already a part of the ABC family with Blackish. And then he brought his mama Doris along, who has now become kind of part of the act, which, I don't have anything against her. She's fine, but it just gets a little stale, and her guesses are just horrible. So let's get to the guesses. So basically, they have somebody that is physically there in the room as the celebrity, be under like this sort of, I don't know, it's like a big glowing orb or whatever, and you can kind of see them in the shadow. You can kind of make out, okay, maybe they have big hair, or whatever. But it's a very, very vague silhouette of the person. And then their celebrity relative comes out when you don't know who, like how they're related. You don't know if it's, mother's son or, their cousins or whatever. You don't really know. They just say, here's the celebrity relative. Then they sing a song. We get a few clues. Then everybody gets to guess. Then they sing again as a duet with their celebrity relative, and then a couple of more clues pop up, and then everybody guesses again. But here's what kills me about this show. This is probably the worst part of the show, having the celebrity there, because what that means is you can't really have super A-list people. Like there's a show that comes on the last couple summers on ABC called Claim to Fame, which I really enjoy. It's kind of silly, but I like it. Where celebrity relatives are like living in this house together, and they each have to kind of figure out who the other person is, or whatever. But because it's, the celebrity isn't actually there, you can have people in the house that are related to Dolly Parton, Tom Hanks, Jimmy Carter. But on a show like this, I'm sorry, but you're not going to have Dolly Parton under that, orb, right? So in the first round, in the first episode, these people are guessing like Beyonce. Doris, Anthony Anderson's mom at one point guesses Joe Biden. Like, these are not people who are going to stop what they're doing to come do some dumb game show for Fox. So I got everybody in the first episode immediately. In fact, the first woman didn't even sing, just from a little clue that she said in her like intro thing, talking to Anthony. I was like, okay, this is the celebrity. And the reason being is all of these celebrities that have done things like The Masked Singer, or they've been a panelist on I Can See Your Voice. They're all part of like the Fox game show family. And so that first episode, every single person had been on The Masked Singer, whether they had sung under a mask or whether, they were on like the panel or whatever. And the second episode, I think maybe there was one that wasn't. There was a sports figure that was not, I don't think, on The Masked Singer. But in any event, so it's like all of these people that you already kind of know from Fox. It ain't going to be Beyonce. It ain't going to be Bill Murray. And so these people that are, it makes sense when Ken Jeong says a stupid guess on The Masked Singer. He's getting paid specifically to say stupid guesses. When he says Bjork or when he says Michelle Obama, okay, that's just Ken being an idiot. For laughs and stuff. But these people who are actually trying to win money are saying Beyonce is backstage. Like, come on. So it's a dumb concept, and it's even okay. The concept is okay, but having the celebrity there means you're only going to get a certain level of celebrity and then top out. You're not going to have these big A and maybe even B listers, behind that screen. So it makes it a little bit less exciting when you only have a certain pool of people to pull from. You just think, okay, well, who's been on The Masked Singer in the last, 10 seasons of that show? There's been, probably a couple of hundred people. Chances are it's probably one of those people. So listen, this is a silly show, and Fox has had a lot of silly shows, but having the celebrity there makes it not even that fun to play, like some of these other ones, because it just becomes so obvious. So I leave We Are Family with a D+. If you've never seen The Masked Singer and you don't know who any of the people are, and you've never seen I Can See Your Voice, you don't know who the panelists are there, then maybe this will be something more up your alley. But if you don't watch those shows, I'm not sure what would interest you about this in the first place. But through it all, look, Anthony Anderson, he's a great host. I want him to host more things. But for me, this ain't it. So, all right, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Dan Reviews It. Bye.